What up? It's 8:05 on Monday night, and we are here. We are the Grown Man Clique Podcast, and I am your boy J.I., the mass creator. All the way down 95 to the right of me is my boy
Van Go.
Right next to him, he ain't going grin. It's my man
Scott T.
Right next to me, you know, it's Mr. Knees.
Richie Rich is in the motherfucking building.
And then our guest all the way over to my left is our boy
John. Just fucking hate.
Just John. What up, Christy? What's up, Sheila? Hey, baby, how you doing?
Hey, Christy.
Yeah. So, you know, as we always do to start off the show, we start off with a little toasty toast. So grab what you want to drink the most, put it up in the air. Come on, grab that Coke, John, something.
Grab that Coke, John.
All right.
Why do white boys always got the Coke? So as we say, cheers to a good show. Clink, clink. Drink.
You.
Ooh.
Amazing.
High quality H2O.
Nice.
Yes.
Liquor.
The breakfast of champions. So, as we always do, we start off with our drinks, and then right after that, excuse me. Wow. Maybe I should have had some liquor.
Oh shit. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe I should have had some liquor.
Well, that's the way we starting the day.
Okay.
Shout out to the eaters.
Shout out
What?
to the
Wait a minute. No, not when I. No.
You never know when I'm gonna start. Here we go.
That was so
Red, white, and blue. Love it. Oh, red, white, and blue. You're right.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Oh my goodness, what is going on tonight?
I don't know what's happening. All right, so let's get back to the show. Who said red, white, and blue?
Mandy.
Thanks, Mandy. We didn't coordinate this.
Oh, I thought you were taking over.
I don't know. I was waiting for you.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we always go on and tell what we've been doing since the last time we were in these podcast streets. So let's go around the room. Who want to go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
Yeah, man. I celebrate Thanksgiving with the family and the loved ones. was real nice. Man. And then Saturday we had our big family photo shoot. Jerry stepped in and helped the brother out. Appreciate shit. Everything was beautiful. It was nothing but a loving time. And that's all that I'm here about. I want to spread love and positivity to all. And I can't wait for flowers and powder.
Okay.
Cool. Anybody?
Van?
Yeah. So I've just, been doing my thing, working, doing a bunch of research. Was actually in a house today doing some work, and I can finally say that I've officially seen it all. Remember how I was saying that there was one electrical anomaly that I had never run across before?
Mm-hmm.
I actually found it and saw it happen today.
So we doing what did Van see already?
Well, explain this anomaly. I'm curious.
Then that would have been what Van saw.
You gonna save it, or you gonna say now?
I guess I can do it now.
Okay.
But
What did
still
Van
got-
see?
But I still got something else that I saw.
Okay.
So, I'm in a house and I'm putting in some recess lights. The recess lights don't even have power to them. I had a battery-powered radio over in the corner, of course, because the power's off because I'm working on overhead lights. And as I go up the ladder and I'm touching the wires to strip them out, the radio goes out. So I let the wire go and the radio comes back on. And then I touch the wire and the radio goes out again. And I was like,
What the hell is?
so I was like, that's the electrical anomaly that everybody had been talking about, that I've actually been waiting to see. So what it is, the house actually has so much wiring in it, and it's an older house, that as wiring starts to wear out, it creates what's called dirty power. So if you touch wire, it's the same thing as like when you're touching the old-fashioned TVs and the station comes in and goes out.
Mm-hmm.
Battery-powered radios will do the same thing in the house.
Anything like a dirty Sanchez?
So now I've seen, RF interference due to dirty power.
Dirty power.
That sounds like a stripper you don't want to see. Now
man.
coming to the stage, dirty power.
Guaranteed to give you a dirty Sanchez. Yeah.
Guaranteed to short circuit your shit.
She probably light skinned too.
Man.
What's up, Anthony Little? See you in the house, Mandy.
what up,
What's
what up?
up?
All right. Hey,
Ah,
cool.
You ready?
yeah, it's been a good week. Holidays ain't good for me, but I was with family this year. Shout out to Jerry and his family,
Okay.
because we've been family like 25 strong, but it was good to actually be around people, because I hate people, so it's like, yeah. Had a couple photo shoots. Shout out to Kateri and
The fuck was that?
That was loud as shit, wasn't it?
wow, I don't know.
Uh-oh. Dirty power.
Like she turned up.
Holy hell. You saw I hit it.
Yeah.
Same trajectory. No booze this time. I got my length right.
And
Nice.
after a week of vacation, vacation was beautiful until today. It was over. But I got some flowers for flowers and powder, and and the neighbors are still. I don't know whether
Neighboring.
I don't know whether they're too drunk or what, because they haven't done anything lately. So
It's the holidays. They're probably drunk.
It's the holidays. Happy holidays. All right, John, what you been up to, man?
Just chilling.
Okay. I can't
just
wait.
John.
That's just
wow.
John. Master of saying the least. That's right.
Man.
All right, so I guess that leaves me. Whew. I didn't really do that much except for prepping for the family Thanksgiving because we had the family Thanksgiving here at the event space. And we had on the first night about 40 to 50 people in here. And that was for our regular Thanksgiving dinner, all family and, family friends who are family. 2 turkeys, a ham and a half, like a whole ham and a half a ham, all the other fixings, all the way down to the cranberry, both types, because some people like the jelly, some people like the actual berry, some people can't stand either. We had the sauerkraut. Some people don't even know what sauerkraut is, except for if you get a hoagie. But we do all of that. And then on Friday we had our annual fish fry karaoke. So I was the chef du jour for that. So I was out on the roof fixing some nice steak fish, and we had some catfish, and we had about 30 something pounds of chicken that I fried. My sister helped me with that. Thanks, Joanne. There we go. And of course, Sheila was here for the duration, 2 days straight, running strong with a man. Shout out to Sheila. It's that one. It's just loud for no reason. And then yesterday, watched my Ravens actually win convincingly, because it wasn't that convincing. But sat up here with Scott, and Kateri came up, and Jay Nicole stopped in for a little bit, and we watched part of the game. Then everybody left, and I just stayed to the end to make sure they won. Because if I left, on the way home, somebody would have fumbled the damn ball. So I stayed up here by myself and watched the end of the game.
Man,
So,
shout out to Jay Nicole. We did a fire shoot.
awesome. When?
Oh yeah, we didn't.
Wow. I'm gonna have to fix that. You got mad feedback.
Yeah.
Coming from that.
I back up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just him. I don't know why.
Yep.
It sounded good up until we started. Then it started going. You Jimi Hendrixon over there?
No.
You still carrying that dirty power?
Huh?
You're not gonna live that one down. That's going to go on forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, y'all talk to the people while I fix this.
People in a place to be. All right, so I guess we get to the fun part. Wow, this sound is going crazy. Flowers and powder.
There it is.
Come on, Skizzy, you closer to the mic.
Sweet. That's better. Where is it?
Flowers and powder for you.
Flowers or powder for you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the part of the show that everybody waits for. This is Flowers and Powder. And if you're new to the show, even if you're not new to the show and you don't know how Flowers and Powders go, we're going to take a little trip down 95, and our boy Van Gogh is going to tell you how it goes.
So, Flowers and Powder is a segment of the show we do where if somebody's done something fantastic for you, you can kindly give them flowers or shout out. A good job, the attaboy, the pat on the back, whatever you want to call it, and just to show some appreciation. But if you see a guy driving down your road on 3 donuts, not regular tires, but 3 donuts and 1 regular tire, you just put powder on those hands and just smack the crap out of them. I don't even know how you would find 3 donuts the same size, but
All right. He's working on his Flowers and Powder. So, and also Peanut Gallery, if you have one, you could put it in the comment section and we'll put it up on the screen.
This week I'm gonna follow knees and I'm leading with love. I got flowers. First of all, I got flowers to Jerry, who is modest, but he basically cooked for 3 days. Jerry's family, who, like I said, 25 years ago, they took this little strange stray motherfucker from out of town in, and
Don't be talking about my wife like that.
They
No, I'm
are-
joking.
Wow.
Sheila.
That was a joke.
Sheila.
Wow.
Sheila. No. You look at. I had nothing to do with that. All right.
No, fuck that. I ain't had nothing to do with it either.
Yeah, you did. Anyway, yeah. So shout out to Jerry.
She can take a joke.
in his family because they're always there. And shout out to this brother here because last minute he actually came in and helped me install a brand new microwave. I now have a microwave over my stove.
The under-counter microwave. I forgot about that.
My man in there making hoagies and all that.
I have a.
And shout out, it was the John too, because I haven't heard of any 2, 3, or 4 alarms in my neighborhood, and I appreciate that, John.
No problem.
I know you.
So are you blaming me for the
I
crime?
was just
Hold on a
playing.
minute. Are you blaming me
I
for
was
the
just
crime
playing.
rate?
Crime
I'm
rate?
kind of
What
confused.
crime rate? I live in the best neighborhood in Baltimore. What are you talking about?
I don't know. You said something about 3 alarms?
Listen, I think you should be more concerned that you didn't hear no alarms. Okay?
Oh, man.
That you need to be concerned about.
I love you, baby.
Who was that directed to?
What? My wife?
Oh, okay. All right.
Awkward.
Not at all.
Damn, John.
I don't like ham sandwiches.
Everything isn't about you, man.
John cheeks got red and shit. He over here blushing.
Oh, man.
All right. Hold on. John, flowers,
Yes.
powder, anything for anybody?
Yeah, powder.
Uh-oh.
Definitely. Hit that a few more times. Just keep going.
Here it goes.
Okay. No, it's just I can't go into too much detail, but my roommates are acting up a little bit.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, that's all I can say.
Uh-oh.
They ain't watching, are they? Do they even know you come on here?
No.
Okay, well, fuck them.
I got a better question. Why haven't they know you come on here? We need viewership.
No.
Right?
Not that. But yeah, there's not enough powder I could possibly give them.
Wow.
Did you see that somebody said that I'm sorry, not to cut you off, that the
go.
Browns were gonna sign Willie Beeman?
That's a badass picture right there.
Willie Beeman from Any Given Sunday,
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx's character. They said,
Oh,
Y'all see him make that shot though?
Yeah, he did.
oh yeah,
Fucking
From like 70
ridiculous.
yards?
yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know me though. I was breaking that video down trying to find like little
No, it
cuts.
was real. It was real. 'cause
I wanted to
the
hate
football
so
stayed
bad.
in the view of the camera the whole time.
The one thing
Nice.
you will not determine is how many times it took him to actually do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Shauna? How
Hey,
you doing this
Shauna.
evening?
Shauna.
Gang. All right, is it my girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Flowers.
Do I now?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Oh, hold on. I'll just hold my finger here for a
yeah.
minute.
I want to give flowers to my family. Okay.
Okay.
My family showed up on time. They listened to instructions. I want to give flowers to Kara helping me being my assistant. My other assistant came through. I want to give her flowers too. I don't know if she did, right? But I want to give flowers to my family. I really enjoyed them this weekend. Now I want to give powder. I want to give powder to I'm gonna leave the name off the air
Oh man.
because I would like to work with you one time. But I will give a powder to anybody who cannot judge a photo of what it is. I was told today after I posted the picture, you look so happy with your girlfriend.
Oh.
Can we show this picture? Everyone, this is my
sister.
Take that picture away. Take this picture away. There's nothing about this picture that says relationship.
It's nothing about that picture that says you happy.
Did you see his face?
Listen, there's nothing about this.
You know, but this is a fun fact. His sister went to the prom with my son.
Oh my God, that is true.
Cool.
Kara went to the prom, and he was like, "I know him."
Like, yo, it's crazy. Yeah, you get powder. I gotta smack you a couple times.
Wow. That looks like one of those
Not-
photos.
Not my sister.
that your
Not my
mom-
sister.
The
but
person who thought
the
this was a
person.
lovey-dovey picture.
I gotta do it.
That looks like one of those photos that your mom forces you to take that you're just not feeling.
That's exactly what you look like.
Man, oh,
Damn it, I do not want to take this.
It's wrong with y'all.
What the hell is she so smiley about? I don't understand.
Because she knows Rich. She
Wow.
know him. He ain't going to smile.
I'm definitely going. Jerry was there. He told me, he was like, smile. I am smiling.
Oh man, he went old school with the little feather. Look over here. Look over here.
For real though.
You do flowers and powder?
I did.
Yeah, you did. You did flowers and
All
powder?
right, not yet.
All
Let's
right.
see.
What you got?
I'm trying to decide.
We need a gunshot on here, too.
A gunshot on there?
I'm going to put a gunshot on here.
We need a gun.
Guns use gunpowder.
We don't need a gun.
Get it?
Yeah, I do get it, but I'm reminding the young one over there, we do not need a gun. No.
Not a physical gun, just gunshot
Yeah, no,
sample.
but he wants one.
Never mind.
I don't want one.
You know him. No, we don't need that.
Never mind.
Hey, Lady Shy, what's happening?
Man.
How come he always find when the ladies
Hey,
join the
Shy.
page?
Cool. All right. So for flowers and powder, let me see. I want to give out flowers to these guys, of course. You know, second family, almost like first family. Been there, you know. Glad to be on the podcast, doing all this stuff with them, being good friends, all that good stuff. So I want to give these guys flowers for sure.
Gang, gang.
As far as powder goes, yeah. So there was a situation I was in not too long ago where I happened to be the only guy in the room. And
That sounds tragic.
Yep, already.
yeah. And apparently, when they say you're the smartest guy in the room, everybody messes with you.
Ladies.
That's
So
exactly.
did you get messed with pretty bad?
Yeah, that's exactly.
So
what
then that's a
happened.
good thing then. According to what
really.
you just, I mean, if you're the smartest guy in the room, he gets messed with.
Not really, because basically I had to tell like 4 people that they didn't know how to do their job, and I don't even do their job. Like it was bad. Like it was real bad.
Was this on the job?
Huh?
Was it on the job?
No, it wasn't my job. They couldn't do my job, and they couldn't do theirs either. That's why they're getting powder. So
And they can get a.
right.
Guess that leaves me, right? Okay. And of course, if anybody in the peanut gallery wants to give out some flowers or powder, you're more than welcome to. We'll put it up on the screen. But I'm in a flowery mood. Yeah. It was a great weekend. It was a great Thanksgiving week. Not too many things went awry that I can think of. I do have a powder though. And the powder is not to a person, it's to an inanimate object. It's to the second refrigerator in the studio.
Oh,
up
yeah.
here.
Yes, sir.
Because the refrigerator has been working fine until the day after Thanksgiving, when it decided overnight to stop working, which means the 2 turkeys went bad.
Oh,
What was left, the leftovers.
So there's no leftovers there?
We've got sides and everything because everything was in the other refrigerator, but we don't have. Well, the ham is gone. The ham was eaten, and we have
the answer
everything
to your
else.
question is no.
Yeah.
The main leftover is no.
Yeah, the turkey is.
Fuck that. What is refrigerator?
Yeah. So I mean, my sisters and my wife, they came in the kitchen and they were like, "What's that? It smells something."
Yep.
So we had to trash 2 turkeys that weren't even fully cut.
wow.
Yeah. And I used to run a kitchen, but I guess because of my allergies and stuff, that I just couldn't smell it, but they could smell it. Thank God we didn't serve it. So, but to the refrigerator that's getting fixed or replaced soon.
I don't know, Jay. We about to get canceled.
Why?
The refrigerator's got feelings too.
Oh, geez.
Now, every refrigerator is watching this. Who's gonna be mad at you?
No, only about 8% of refrigerators, the one that actually
8% watch the show?
Yeah. You know those refrigerators that actually go online and order your food for you and stuff? They can tell when
Does
your
General
milk gets
Electric know
low.
about this?
Yes, they actually
Big
watch
bag.
porn too.
What race is this refrigerator? Is it white?
Some of them,
Is it black?
some of them.
Is it silver?
Yes,
So, a mixed race.
there's mixed
refrigerator.
races. Okay, we got something up here. I do in-home healthcare, and I would like to give flowers to the restaurant that I contracted that gave 2 plates of dinner with all the trimmings and dessert to 2 of my clients who have no family and would not have had a Thanksgiving. All right, there
All
we
right,
go.
Sean.
That's awesome.
Oh, we got another one. I'm
That's
sorry, I
awesome.
missed it right above it.
From Shaw.
Flowers to my cousin Peaches. She helped me out of a bind. Now that this stress is off my chest.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All
I want
right.
to give flowers because I also got a cousin named Peaches. I know it ain't the same one, but I love the fact that we have a cousin named Peaches. I love it. I'm serious.
Here we go.
All right. All hearts and minds are clear.
Hey.
Yes,
Amen.
it's time for us to get on to our subject today.
Yes, sir.
So,
Let's do it.
real men. I want to play something.
Here we go.
Yeah, we getting ready to go in.
Before we do that, Jerry, I'm going to move behind you because the angle that I'm at on the screen is,
You're straining your neck.
yeah, it's just.
Okay,
looking.
well,
I'm
just
moving
yeah,
back. I can't-
yeah, just grab the mic, whatever. Make yourself comfortable. So while John is preparing his new location,
John, you good, man?
Yeah,
About to sit.
So he is going to attempt to tell everybody what a real man is.
check this out.
Nobody knows how to be a man anymore. See, my grandfather, that was the real definition of a man. Did he hit my grandma constantly when he came home from work, berating her because of the trauma he endured in the war? Yes. And that was what men did. They got over it by projecting their problems and their trauma and their pain onto their family members, their children, and hurting everyone in their lives, including themselves. And women need to respect that and know their place in the traditional household.
Okay, but by traditional you mean a loving and committed relationship, like within
Marriage
a nuclear
means
family?
commitment. No, I mean traditional as in I get to do whatever I want with women because that's natural, and my woman has to be loyal because that's natural. Emotions make you weak. That's why I got over them. I don't have them anymore.
Honey, did you want
Mom,
anything from
shut
the
the up! Like I said, I have my emotions under control. And real men don't take orders from anyone. We follow our own path. That's why I live according to the exact principles and lifestyles recommended to me by a male influencer on TikTok that I've never met. Because I'm a real man.
He is not an alpha male.
the hell was that?
He was
What
not
in
down
the
with that.
actual
Sorry.
fuck?
All right, so in order for me to start this subject off right,
Hey, Marcy.
Is
Hey,
there
I have
way to
a
start this off right?
cousin named Wolfgang.
Who's that?
Marcy. Hey, Marcy. Hey, fellas. So, to a certain extent, he was. First of all, can we all agree he was totally fucking wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he was definitely
Yeah,
not an alpha
absolutely
male.
wrong.
Period.
But do you
Probably
understand
a flat
where
earther.
all of this? Why I picked that clip? It's because
If ain't nobody gonna say it, I would say a Jizzy John.
Yeah. Here we go.
You just gonna sit there
Yeah.
behind 4 black men? So I'm trying to figure this out.
anyway, because a lot of our young people live and breathe and die off of what they see online.
Social media.
And I know this was done as a parody. I knew it would be funny to watch, but you know that up until the point where he got to the point where he would actually let you know it was a parody, if people didn't watch the whole thing, they may have thought he was for real.
Right.
And there would have been people who would have been like, yeah, that's a real good agenda.
Wait, that's a parody?
Well, you know, the sad part is there are people like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are people like that.
Pause, but you gotta put it like close. Like I ain't want to say to his lips. Like,
But on the other side, then we have something like this.
This is what makes you a man. When I was growing up, this was all the protection we needed. You win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day.
Rest in paradise, John Witherspoon.
Yeah.
The Bam Bam.
Now, that's a good start. But to a certain extent, that still doesn't hit the mark. Because just being able, just because I applaud it. And that's a very good point. If more of our guys would settle things with their fists instead of with guns and with conversation and figure out how to talk to each other, it would be a lot better. But there's one thing that I saw. And when I saw it, I was like, this almost brings the point full circle.
What makes a man, or what even is a real man? See, you're going to hear people say, be a man or be a real man, or a real man would do this, or a real man would do that. What does that even mean? A man is somebody who's not afraid to face challenges and overcome those challenges. He's faced a lot of challenges in his life. He's got a lot of life experience that he can talk about. He's got a lot of stories that he can share. A man is the type of person, he's going to face fear head on. He's not going to let fear stop him from doing what he wants to accomplish. A real man knows that adversity and challenges are good because that's how you build yourself from ground up to becoming a man that is capable of handling bigger challenges in your life. A man knows he's not perfect, but he's going to work every single day to be 1% better than what he was yesterday. A man doesn't wear his problems on his face. A man knows that no matter if he's happy, sad, angry, depressed, whatever emotion he's feeling in that moment, he still has to perform regardless because it is his duty to get things done and to progress forward in his life and to take care of the people in his life that are relying on him. A real man could be going through hell, but he's going to pull himself right out of it because it's his duty. And he could be afraid, but he's going to face fear head on because it's his duty. He carries the brunt of the load. And he knows he carries the brunt of the load. And he's not going to complain about it. He's not going to bitch about it or whine about it because he knows it's his duty.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong with any of that.
And that was one of the best clips that I saw. It's a couple more coming later. But I mean, I think that everybody has what being a real man. I don't even know. I mean, I was born a real male to me.
Yeah.
And there you learn and you grow up and you understand that you grow up and you learn the characteristics of a man. So what are some of the things that make up the characteristics of a man to you guys?
I'll go a little bit old school with it. Stuff that my grandfather was just like really, really strict on. I think I mentioned it before in one of the other podcasts, but didn't really deep dive into it. Piercings on men, like getting their ears pierced, that would not happen. Like my grandfather would rather disown you than see you come in the house with your ears pierced.
I would have been disowned. I actually have a piercing.
Yeah, I mean,
I waited till I was 35.
he lost his mind when he found out my brother was gay.
Whoa.
So that was a whole.
That's bigger than an earring.
Yeah, that was a whole.
That's what he said.
And he tried to, he tried to smooth it over, and he was trying to understand what was happening. And I remember the conversation, and he looked at my brother, and he was like, "So, that's what you like?" Brother was like,
That's what you like.
yeah. My
I'm
grandfather
sorry.
said, "I don't understand. I'm really trying to understand. But one of them is going to get you in enough goddamn trouble, and you want two of them?"
I like your grandfather.
Wow.
And for the trying to hold all that in, I was like, well, he kind of, made a valid point. Like I couldn't really say anything to back that up, but that's just who my grandfather was. He was like,
Right.
he was no bullshit, straight to the point,
So honesty.
very, very brutal honesty, and would not care if it hurt your feelings.
Okay.
He'd be like, I'd rather tell you the truth than lie to you. So if it hurts, it just hurts, but at least I ain't lying to you.
But I believe that's a characteristic of almost anything. Anything works when it's based on honesty. Like I tell you all the time when people ask me, how am I and Sheila still married after 35 plus years? And I said, because we tell each other the honest truths. When we have something that we need to address,
Hey, what's up, Jesse?
we have those hard questions. We answer those hard questions. We have those hard conversations. But what we do when we do that, we don't take it as a direct shot at each other.
Right.
So I mean definitely honesty is a real sign of a trait that real men will have. So we got a big comment up here. Let's see
What's up, Jesse?
Good evening, guys. I need y'all to carpool together and come to the Berg for a photo shoot. We'll have the model studio. Sorry for interrupting the man talk, but to get on the topic, a real man will be honest no matter how painful the truth is. A coward hides behind lies and deceit. Definitely.
Yep.
All right,
That's
Jesse.
what I was just saying.
And we do need to come to the Berg, but you need to hit down the MD and come see me. So, definitely.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah. And let's see. This is from Shauna. I would rather somebody possibly hurt me with the honest truth than hurt me with lies.
Yep.
I think you can hurt somebody's feeling with the truth, but you hurt somebody's heart and soul with lies.
Yeah.
Like you can get over somebody being brutally honest with you, or you may not, but you can't say that they're wrong if they told you the truth.
Right.
But if somebody lies to you, they hurt your soul, they hurt your spirit, because it's more than just a lie.
Right.
That means that you didn't deserve the truth.
So
Right. That's a coordinated effort when you have to
All of a
lie
sudden, there's
to
a
those
fly in
events.
here. Real men kill flies. You need to get out of here.
Yep, snatch them out of the air with chopsticks.
Well, I don't know about all that anymore, but I have been known to catch a fly here.
Y'all
and there.
motherfuckers think y'all in an anime and shit. Doing all that shit. You better give me a fly swatter. Y'all remember them?
And once
I know
someone
y'all had
lies
some
to
fly
you,
swatters.
it takes a lot to gain back their trust. True.
Right, Sean.
Yeah, if you even gain it back.
Yeah,
Right.
Is that a man thing or is that just a human thing?
that's a human.
That's
Because
a
I
human
believe
thing.
I believe in that. Like I don't care if it's a nigga, a man, a woman, bitch, slut. I don't know, but you lied to me. I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's a human thing. For sure.
Right.
I ain't, especially in business. You lied to me in business. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
wish you the best, but I'm gonna kick it over here.
You know me.
Oh yeah.
I've
Right.
cut off business ties with people just because the facsimile of being honest was not there. It
Right.
just seemed like it was going down a dishonest path.
Yo, in season 2, we gonna get one of them bouncy balls for when Jerry be saying shit like inflexivity or
You go
But-
Schoolhouse Rock. The
but,
podcast.
Here we are. Grown Man Clique Schoolhouse Rock.
Oh my God. I'm trying. Everything is. I'm not even going to say that. But
Man, y'all
I
wild.
wanted to play this clip and
Like a real man don't bend.
If
Here we
you
go.
are a real man, you want to provide for your family. To those out there, you ain't a real man if you ain't thinking about providing for your family. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take all the money for yourself and you don't want to give nothing to anybody else and you want to leave everybody else hanging while you live the good life, that is not a man. A man provides. That's what men do when you have a family. Any man, I don't give a damn what ethnicity you are, when you have a concern as to how you're going to pay your bills,
Scary time.
there is nothing worse.
Scary.
There is nothing worse.
Because then you don't feel like you can be a man.
That's right. I don't care if you have a woman with money.
You still don't feel like you're a man.
You don't feel like you're a man.
Right.
Because she could make $2 million a year.
No matter.
If you made $300,000 a year to her $2 million, you still okay.
Okay.
right.
I only have one issue
Yep.
of what he said.
And what was that?
He said, if you don't want to provide for your family, you don't have no wants to provide for your family, then you're not a real man. But what if that man ain't got no family? He's just homeless.
What do you mean? I mean, I think you missed that one.
Yeah, he was saying.
No, I
if-
understand what he
you
was
have
trying
a
to say,
family.
but everybody ain't got a family.
Of course. So you don't have to take care of a family if
So
you don't
you
have
ain't gonna
one.
have the need to provide for them.
But
You gonna provide for
he's-
yourself.
Yeah, but
He's still a man.
you can
Still
still
provide for yourself because he is his family. I
not
just want to
living
give
on
a shout out to all the families. Oh, I got your back.
I get what
got
you're
you.
saying. I actually get what you're saying because it doesn't mean, I mean, you could be an honorable, trustworthy, loyal man and not have a family to provide for.
Right.
Because if there are men out here who may not want a family or don't even see that as a life goal. And they still can be good, decent, honest human beings. And they can be, but they sort of like Shannon Sharp. I don't think he's ever been married, has he?
He got kids though. He got
Yeah,
family.
but I'm saying he's never been married. So he's never been a family man. He has a family and he provides for them, but and he takes care of them and takes care of them well, but he's not there every day, you
Right.
know, honey, I'm home, what's for dinner? And so you can be a man of substance, character, and a real man if you provide, even if you're not in a home. So yes, you did make a valid point there, sir. Definitely. So hold on for a minute. Got another comment in the peanut gallery.
That's Christy.
My daddy always said that if a man lies to you, then he's no better than the dirt under your shoe.
All right, Chris.
Okay.
There you go. We got another
And
one.
real man takes care of responsibilities, don't make excuses or blame other for life's challenges. He keeps getting up after being knocked down by life.
That's little.
True.
Yep. that's very true.
And that's a lot of the points that the guy was making, you know. And the only thing that I did have a little bit of pushback for him was that men have to be responsible for their mental stability and their mental care, because you can't provide, like when Steven was talking about when a bill is due and you don't see the money and you don't know how you're going to pay it. We've all had that feeling, and we've all sat there going, wow, you know, how are we going to make it this way? How are we going to do this? Maybe I got to do this and do that. We've all had that, but we have, sometimes that could lead you into depression. Mm-hmm. And it could take you down a road where you may not be able to be a provider or support, because you also have to support everyone that's in your family basis. And that means, I mean, think about like some of these athletes, you know, who don't have like families, who take care of their mothers, take care of their siblings, and set them up to be successful. So they're still providers. Mm-hmm. But if their mental stability goes, your gravy train, so to speak, could be derailed. Right. I mean, think about, I'm not picking on him, but think about AB's career and how his family must have felt at the beginning of his career to how they felt when he started getting thrown off of the teams and making all these broad statements and everything. It affects how you think you're going to be provided for. True. So taking care of your mental facilities and your mental health is just as important. Yeah, we don't have to let you see us going through it, but talk to somebody, get some help. A real man knows when he needs to go to the doctor. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm not saying anybody here, but guys in general, y'all need to stop saying it's only a little cramp. I'm going to take a Tylenol. Sometimes that little cramp can be more than what you think it is. Y'all need to take care of your physical bodies as well, because you're a provider, you're a support, you're the sustenance for the family. And if you go down, what's going to happen to your family?
And as a provider, you got to think about this. Like, if that little cramp could be chlamydia, you're going to be provided chlamydia to,
well, in that case, you could be lying to your wife about things you're doing when you're outside of the house, because chlamydia doesn't just knock on your door one day. It's actually something that you bring to the party.
Ooh, but what if they wasn't lying?
Dormant for...
What if they just never was? I'm not like this, but devil's advocate. I don't know.
I know yours is turned the right way.
I don't know. It could be mine.
No, it's turned the right way. Mine is turned the right way.
Oh, it's mine.
Is you? I don't see the words. It's turned the right way.
I don't know. Hello, chlamydia.
These mics. Yeah, we need to put some rubbers over this shit.
Jesus.
I'm gonna go over here for a minute and work on this board, but y'all keep talking.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the white man first?
Talk about who?
The white man. I don't know his name. It's the clip that he played.
Okay.
And he was like, what he said? Men are honest. Men is honest, right? Let's define being honest as a man. Is it honest to withhold information?
It depends. What kind of information?
That's
information that will hurt somebody.
Technically,
I would say yes and no. I mean, that's not really a good answer.
Now, let me do say this. I'm not talking about someone asking you and you bold-faced lying. Someone not saying nothing to you and you know something.
That's situational, I would think. I mean, I would need more information on specifics of what it is.
All right, you playing poker.
Jared, you got it.
You playing poker, you got a good hand. Do you say you got a good hand? Or you keep it to yourself?
It's a poker game. Of course you keep it to yourself.
Right. You break the toilet.
Oh, yeah, you keep that shit to yourself.
You break the toilet.
You literally keep that.
If you break the toilet, then I fix the toilet.
What if your woman thinks she broke the toilet?
Oh, that's on her.
Well, then you need to
keep it to yourself. Do you keep it to yourself or let her
I would still
take the blame?
See, here's where it becomes situational, because I I would still have to fix the toilet, regardless of who broke it.
All right, no, little.
Okay,
Little
we
got
just
right,
went down-
Little got right to it.
But to back up, always remember to take care of your mental health. There's no shame in that.
Right.
Nope.
True.
Absolutely not.
On a serious note,
If you fuck another woman, are you going to tell your wife?
you need therapy.
What?
I would.
Wow.
In my case, yes, I did.
I definitely would. 100%.
I did. So
I wouldn't put myself in that situation.
Key.
that would
Key
have been
point.
smarter.
Yeah.
True.
But
Yeah.
But was it?
was it what?
But hold on. I think the only person that
Oh.
can answer this question is John.
What?
I really feel like the only person
What's
that
the
can answer
question?
this question is John.
All right, what's the question?
If you fuck another woman, are you going to tell your wife? And the only reason why I think John is the only person that can answer
Well,
this question.
let me answer the question. This is going to blow your mind. I swear to God. I'm not married.
Hey.
Really?
You didn't know that?
Sadly. True story.
I
Yeah,
see.
I'm single as fuck.
Hey, John single.
All right, ladies.
Single.
Yeah. That's
John
right.
single as a fuck. So
As fuck.
Okay, Twitter, do your
one
thing.
99997844422. That's not his number. I just said some random
Put
shit.
up my real.
But
I
look,
have had
I feel like John is the
Hold on,
only
hold on.
one can answer the question because it's obvious that black men don't cheat.
Oh boy, here we go.
God.
I mean, as far as
Well-
that, I don't. If I can,
Then by that,
kinda
then
if
by
I can
that
kind of
definition,
respond
I'm
to
not a
that.
black man because I definitely did cheat, and I definitely told my wife.
I think you would have to.
Hey, Scott, don't ever say you're not a black man again.
No, I'm going by your definition. I didn't say I wasn't a black man.
Jesus.
Look now, Anthony. Look at this. Now he's like, not saying me. You got something that you need to walk in the upper room and talk to your wife about, Anthony? Huh?
All right, little, you got an upper room where you are, right?
Yeah. Oh goodness.
He about to get a couch.
Oh yeah.
He about to get a new apartment.
Hey, look.
No.
Why is you?
For me,
Hey, we with you, brother. You always got a space here, man.
for me,
But
like
if
I said,
can I respond to his question?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
5 minutes.
My bad.
We talk loud. You're 40 feet away from your mic. It's fine now. Talking to the mic.
But no, that's not a situation that's not a situation, honestly, that I would be put in. Because I don't believe in cheating and
Wow.
all that good stuff. So
That's good shit.
Wait a minute, but is
yeah,
that a
believe
belief?
it or not, it could be true.
Mhm.
No, I mean, but is that a belief? Do men walk around believing that they can cheat?
Yes.
Oh,
I
you
know
think
where- I know where my
you don't
morals-
do,
Not
but
every-
That's a moral and ethical thing. So
But
yeah, I
do
absolutely
men-
know what I would do and wouldn't do.
but do men, are there good men that cheated?
You know what would be
Sure,
funny
there
as
would.
shit, right? If you sitting there and you arguing with like your woman, right? You be like, I've been a good man. I ain't out here chasing bras, cheating on you. And then she look you dead in the eyes and be like, cause you can't.
Because you can't.
wow.
You ugly. I took you.
Oh.
I
No,
chose you.
see,
But
see,
you
that's
get what I'm
cool.
saying?
Wait a minute,
That's the
when you
conundrum.
read- yeah, hold on.
Because
that's
every-
when you read. Hold on. That's when you read into that whole situation, and you realize she's trying to make you cheat because she's coming up with an excuse for something that you're doing.
Mm.
She's baiting you right into it.
Or she's cheating and she's trying to make you cheat.
Exactly.
Damn.
Hey, look, real man, real talk. Somebody had to say it.
Clinton laugh out loud, O'Malley laugh out loud.
Oh yeah. I served
Right.
with some cops who was on O'Malley's freaking detail.
You
Yes.
talking about Martin?
Yes, sir.
I heard Martin had them bitches. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, he had multiple
Martin had them.
in
Oh,
multiple cities. Yeah.
Clinton didn't do nothing.
Whatever.
What?
I did not have sexual relations with
Clinton
a
did
woman.
Yeah, you
Only
didn't
thing
inhale either.
Clinton is really guilty of is fake playing the saxophone on Arsenio Hall. That's the only thing he's guilty
Here's the thing about Clinton too, and it might sound kind of weird, but
Clinton's weird.
The way Hillary be wearing the pantsuits, she knew about that thing the whole time. She allowed that to happen.
Hillary wanted it to happen. Please.
Right. She knew.
Of course.
Clinton.
This is not where the conversation was supposed to go. We're now talking about Clinton and O'Malley cheating. We talking about real men. And they are, I guess you could say they're real men. With real men have real issues. So cheating is an issue that men have. Right. So, but does that make them a bad man? What if they're still providing? What if they're still doing everything?
I mean, if you're
that they're
cheating,
supposed
hold on a minute. Is cheating a good thing?
No.
So then that answers your question right there.
But
no. Here we go.
This is that scales thing.
You can't cheat on somebody and be a good person.
No, here we go.
Okay.
The cheating thing.
I mean, a real man would have honor and respect.
Not
true.
Right. But the cheating thing goes back to us as men fundamentally having a problem communicating.
Would you explain that problem communicating?
If you're having there are many men, myself included, who had problems for years communicating the most intimate details of whatever the hell was going on with my wife. And that resulted in making some bad decisions, cheating being one of them. And there are a lot of men that I know personally that have problems communicating within their relationships. And we as men have historically not been taught how to communicate properly or to process our emotions properly.
Right.
I'll actually piggyback
but
on that.
But let's go there. Let's go there because he's a man that.
No, let him piggyback.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna piggyback on that because I just had this conversation talking to like different like men around my age and the problems they be having in their relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it came to a thought. I'm not saying this is for everyone. I'm just saying it came to a thought that it's like in these new relationships, and I'm gonna say like the 30s and younger, and maybe y'all say it's the same up, right? I'm sorry, guys. I just had to do it. Y'all old. Listen, love y'all. But it's not really, men don't really have that safe space with a woman to talk because the most problems that we have, y'all expect us to just get over it and just move on, or figure it out, right? So we don't.
Unfortunately, that hasn't changed.
Yeah, so it's not like you really have a safe space to be like, babe, I hate this. Da 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 da. Right, like, get over it. We got this.
Right,
we
and,
got
and,
that.
and
like,
talk about it
like,
on an even level and not have shit thrown up in your face and the whole. Yeah. No, that hasn't changed, unfortunately.
So let's check this out.
Don't talk. And this is something that we have to look at. They're taught to be a man and internalize everything. And then on top of that, us women, we have never learned, we were never taught what it means to create the atmosphere for your man to open up himself to you. And so in times and moments where your man opens up himself to you, it's very hard for you to receive it. In fact, in a moment where you were upset at him, angry at him, mad at him, you used that information that he gave you, which was so sacred, against him. It was a slap to his face. And now you're asking yourself, why doesn't he talk? Why doesn't he want to speak to me? Why isn't he going the same way that he did before? So we have to learn how to create the atmosphere for a man to open up himself to us. But it's imperative that we know that this atmosphere comes from within.
So kudos to you because you went right down the road where that was the video. Remember when I said I wanted to play something? Because there are times in relationships where your vulnerability becomes a bullet.
I think if this all has to do with trust.
Yeah, but
trust. I need to be able to trust someone that I can communicate with them, and then 2 seconds later, it's all being thrown back at me.
But it's never really 2 seconds later. if you know, to be honest, in conversations that I've had with more than, and not just in my personal relationship with Sheila, but even with some women who I've talked to and given information to try to help them through their, you know, situations. Later on, they'll take that and use it as a bullet and aim it right at me and shoot it back at me in a negative way.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to process when a man is open, honest, vulnerable, and knowing that that's a lock and key thing. That's something that they got to lock and keep for their man's protection. And then you'll open up more and you'll feel safe and you'll feel vulnerable more. And you can avoid a lot of the problems that happen in relationships.
And it also cuts down on stress.
Yes,
Yeah,
because you know that you can actually
communicate,
and you can actually rely on your significant other to listen and not always judge. And not actually load it in the chamber of her emotion gun. And when you get into a heated debate about something or whatever else, shoot it back at you in a negative way when you gave them that information to protect yourself. So it's not just that men can't communicate. We also need, like she said, a safe environment where it's not used against us.
Yeah, it has to be a comfortable, open environment.
Because we can communicate. I believe I'm a really good communicator. I believe that if I have an issue with my wife, or I have an issue with a friend, or I have an issue with a business partner, I can talk openly and share it. And even if it becomes a heated discussion, hopefully later on we can process it and make a solution out of it. And that bullet mentality where, oh, he just gave me something to put in the chamber. And then when you get mad at him, I remember you said such and so. Well, no man that I deal with said that before. Yep. You saw.
I'm glad you said that. I want to amend my earlier statement. Because the intonation was that we can't communicate, and I don't believe that. I agree with you. We, and Rich as well, we have not been given the proper space to communicate the way that we communicate. Therefore, and shout out to my girl Giona. She has another podcast that I just brought this up on recently. I told her early on in her podcast, when you talk to men, because her podcast is about speaking specifically to men, you have one shot. All of the ladies out there, I'm letting you know right now, and every man that's out there will tell you the same thing. You have exactly one shot to get this right. The minute you betray our trust, the minute you betray our willingness to open up and be vulnerable, you're done. You're never going to get that shot back, no matter how hard you try. Just like somebody said earlier about winning your trust back. It's exactly true. It's the same thing. You have one shot.
So let's read some comments right quick. It is sometimes hard to communicate with your significant other, especially if you don't feel that you can safely do it or feel that you're going to be respected for doing it as well. Very good point, Shauna.
Exactly.
And men don't know how to, that's not true.
That's not true.
Men know how to be vulnerable, Anthony. The problem is when we are vulnerable, how protected are we in that space?
Right.
And you know what? Possibly if you grew up around men or were led in an environment where a man who was in your life was affected by this, perhaps you don't know how to be vulnerable because, once again, you have one shot. No matter how far down the line you go, you betray a man's willingness to be vulnerable, that shot is never coming back.
Or if you lived in a household where you saw your mother talk to your father a certain way and he never said anything back to your mother, right, and it wasn't maybe the thing that he wasn't going to respond to her, he just didn't do it in front of you. Right. So you take it as though if a woman speaks negative to me, I'm not going to say anything.
Yep.
I'm just going to hold it in.
Yep.
Whereas a lot of our fathers would probably go down the basement, wait for the mother to do the laundry and come down there and talk to her privately,
Right.
which is what a real man would do, because I don't want to interject our relationship into our kids' ideal of what a relationship is all the time. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to give your kids a negative view of a relationship, but you also have to let them know when mom and dad argue, that means that we're staying together and we're trying to figure out how to make it better for all of us in this house.
And a real man has the emotional intelligence and the intellectual intelligence to know when to escalate a situation and where and how to escalate a situation without endangering the family. Because let's face it, a lot of our problems, community-wise, stem from people not being able to properly discern what they need to do, when they need to do it, and how they need to do it. You can't always lash out immediately,
Right?
Because that's going to have catastrophic effects,
especially when children are involved and in the room.
I wanted to
Yeah.
speak on the comment about men not being able to be vulnerable or know how to be vulnerable. Right. That comment is true, right? But I can't go straight to the women on that too, right? Now I'm gonna switch it up just a tad bit, fellas. Though, like there's a generation gap here, but I gotta be honest though. Like when we're trying to be vulnerable with each other, we ain't the best.
No,
we are not the best. We laughing.
Yeah.
we going Joan. What? Like we doing it? Oh, I can't believe I just said John.
But you know where I think that comes from, Rich? Us protecting our own spirit. Yeah. And not knowing how to be a good listener and be there and not do that. It's sort of like the barbershop mentality. You know, that's what happens. It's like you think when somebody is being vulnerable, you get kind of like in your feelings about it, and you say the only way to protect it is to make a joke about it. Whereas I would rather you go, hey, bro, can we talk about this? Come on, let's go outside for a minute.
Yeah, and I feel like we get to there now.
Yeah.
In this world we're living in. But we ain't always had that.
No.
We ain't always had that.
Absolutely. But
I remember, especially football.
No.
It was a guy who broke his arm. Horrible hit.
Oh, damn.
Came back with a cast. I was like, bet you won't go through that hole again. Like,
right.
Whoa.
No, how are you doing? Will you be able to play again?
We just
Everything's good.
We suck at it.
Yeah.
We seen our boys get beat up.
We suck at, I think we suck at being emotionally attached to other men.
EQ is we suck at EQ.
Yeah.
Most men suck at EQ.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And most women suck at EQ for men. Because y'all don't give a fuck about men trauma, but I'm just going to leave that.
But a lot of people, men and women, have forgotten that there are more connections to have with your significant other than just the physical. Correct. Definitely. Yep. You have to have things that don't revolve around the bedroom.
Right.
You have to have things that you do that revolve around life. TVs, movies, songs, false depiction of a man being hardcore, etc., is what some people think a man is.
Absolutely.
But they also not only get it on TV, they get it in the streets.
Right.
And there's this, and when they go to school, they have the kids that try to live the video.
Oh yeah, no.
It's definitely
a perpetuation.
I'll kind of give everybody an example of that. And again, I'll kind of use my ex-wife as an example. Because she was always around women and she dated women before me, and she like worked in clubs and all this other stuff. She was always around women. And she was always trying to say, you know, you're not a real man this, you're not a real man this, you're not a real man this, blah, 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 blah. Well, she hasn't been around any real men. You're hanging out in the clubs with the guys who are out there cheating on their wives, driving home drunk.
Well, it's all an act.
Spending the rent money for something that's a false reality to begin with. And you're trying to compare me to that. You don't even know how to deal with a man because you haven't been around one.
Right.
So that's some of what the issue is.
Yeah.
Like when you look at homes, and you don't see a lot of single father homes. You don't see a lot of the dads there. You don't see that interaction anymore. And this whole thing about people knowing or perceiving what a real man is, you can't say that unless you've kind of been around it or seen it or had a mentor of some sort that was just there, present, showing you things, doing things.
Right. But then we had the catastrophes happen when the young men were going to Boy Scouts or young men turned to their priests.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There have been so many times where we've been left unguarded.
Right.
That where we should have been protected and where we should have found solace and where we should have been taken care of by male role models, there was abuse.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So, I mean, where are we going to get it from? How many of us had male teachers? I can only think back in middle school, I had one male teacher, Mr. Moore, in science. That was it. In a whole school. And in high school was a little different because the theater department, there were like 4 male teachers. And then my math, Monsieur Tabenya, he's taught French. Monsieur Tabenya. So there were men available or there, but at that age, their responsibility is way different from that nurturing age when you're in middle school. Seeing a black science teacher who was not nerdy, came in his Converses, but when he had to put it on, he came in his like suits and with his bucks, looking sharp, and didn't talk exactly like you would expect a science teacher to talk most of the time. He talked like a regular black man. No, son, don't be doing that in my class. So those representations weren't always there. And this is it. I will be honest, my father never showed his vulnerable side. He was rigid, rarely showed emotion. A lot of us saw that in our fathers.
Right.
But my father did that to himself so much that he developed mental problems. And I didn't find out till I was in college that my father had to have go to psychiatrists and psychologists and actually get himself back together. But that was never something that I saw where I thought, like, I don't think my dad was crazy. I think he just had a depression. He went through depression really bad, especially when he and my mother broke up. So I mean, I don't know all of the ins and outs on that because when you're 11 years old, you come home from school and your dad's not there. That's all you know is dad's not here. Where's dad? Yeah. Oh, he's gone.
And like so many things in our families for so many generations, in an effort to protect your children, oftentimes we didn't get the conversations that we needed to get even at that age to at least attempt to understand what the hell was going on. So you end up with false perceptions of a whole lot of things because nobody ever talked to you.
Right. I mean, I don't think I played it.
The definition of being a man, that's a long one, but I think what it boiled down to is just being thorough. I read in the Bible that women and children can be careless, Men can't be careless. So I think being thorough and whatever the opposite of carelessness is, define what being a man is at the core.
Yo, Nipsey is my guy.
Yeah.
Shout out.
And
but
that
the
was
funniest shit he just said was definition of being a man is a long one. Boil it down to what word? I'm sorry, I thought shit.
Yeah, but I liked his word, thorough, being thorough.
He ain't wrong. Just
because there's no room for error when you have the responsibility and accept the responsibility for your family.
Right.
Unless you only for people who has family.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I got one more. This is gonna be the last one. I mean, it's a couple more up here, but I thought he actually made a good point.
You define a real man?
A real man is a man that operates with integrity, meaning that he does what he says he's going to do. And he holds himself accountable and is loyal, not only to a bitch, but like to himself. Like, get your bag, stop being a bum. Like, period. That's it.
I can't argue with none of that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Little different interpretation, but
don't be a bitch. Go get that bag.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that she had a lot of the core points on which she thought a man was pretty much on point.
You say something, stand on it.
Accountability,
right?
And that was crazy because when I see a lot of these younger people on these videos, when you see them, they're usually, he got to make $70,000 a month. He got to drive Aston Martin. That makes him a man if he can pay all my bills. And we've seen all of these videos.
Yeah,
she kind of went there at the end though.
No, how?
No, bro, boss up, get your bag.
Yeah, but she didn't say get your bag for me. She said get your bag.
That was a plot.
No, I don't think so. I'm gonna give applause to that woman. I think that young lady was on point. So
it was a plot.
But anyway, Bass was on here. Did I miss Bass?
Bass. How old did you go?
Oh,
is he on? If he was on there, yo, what up, Bass?
What up? What up?
Shout out to Bass.
But in this conversation. And I want to go back to this because I got this question.
Oh, shit.
It's got a good man?
It's who?
It's got a good man.
Yes.
It's got a good man.
Man.
Yeah, of course.
It's got a good man. From what you know of him?
I can't answer that. I'm sorry.
Okay, don't. All right.
Yes.
But
the answer is yes.
I mean, it doesn't have to be because you don't know him as well as some of us do. And you got a right to form an opinion from a longer time of being exposed.
Well, from the
someone.
shorter time, I can
he's a
say
good man.
yes.
But people were saying that if you cheat, then you're not a good man. And that is not the truth.
Or could it be
good men make mistakes? Every show, everything that I saw up there.
Assholes. That doesn't mean they're good people, but they can provide and everything.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is that
I'm just letting you know I'm going to die on this hill. I'm dying on this hill.
Hold on.
What?
I think I get where Jerry's going.
Now I gotta say though, is there such thing as not being a good man in that moment? And if that's the definition that they want to go with, Scott also could agree that in that moment, because he did what he did, he wasn't being a good man. Now,
Right.
do you stay not a good man? No.
But most people, but then you have that once a cheater, always a cheater mentality. You have the, if he did it to her, he's gonna do it to the next person mentality. So that people piggyback one instant in your life onto every other instance in your life.
I was about to say, Rich's examples
Yeah.
are perfect.
Right.
Van's examples are perfect. In women taking the perception of an instance in a man's life when he's out partying and drinking and whatever, that's one instance in a person's life, and you're basing an entire opinion of a person in totality on one instance. And That's the point you're making. That's
Yeah.
the point we're all making.
Right.
Guess what?
Right.
We're human just like everyone else. And just like everyone else, you make a mistake. That doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad
person. And that is one of the things that I wanted to say, because I see so many times that people will say, I mean, how many times has somebody went to jail for stealing something? And they get out of jail and they never steal again, but they can't get a good job. They can't this, they can't that.
Chris,
Speaking of a good
and
man,
say they did that in their 20s, they got out in their late 20s. Now they're 50 and they're still hearing, but you stole 30 years ago.
Right.
Let me tailgate.
Money, a lot of money.
Let me tailgate.
So you're saying,
and you didn't get away with
My
it.
grandmother once
So
told me,
goodness,
you can steal, you can lie. You
an
can lie, you
instant
can
can
steal.
stay with an instance can stay with you forever, but that doesn't make you who that instance doesn't make your whole
what's the deal, Chris?
What's happening?
with your whole makeup.
Now let me tailgate off this for a minute about
Yeah.
the whole male cheating thing.
I need time.
Now let's say
Well,
this guy.
well, I'm just meaning any type of negative thing that you do in a relationship. It doesn't always have to be cheating. You went out and you spent the money on horse races.
Right.
You know, something where you took bill money and used it to get yourself drunk or whatever. I don't know. But does that make you a bad man, or did you make a bad decision?
Hey, Jerry.
Right. So
like the whole cheating thing, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's easy. If I cheat, it's because I wanted to.
Okay.
No one can force me to do something I don't want
True.
to do.
That's
End
not
of
true.
story
They
on
got
that.
drugs now.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
yeah.
Well, if you're on drugs, that's another story. Maybe
can
next
be raped.
episode. Maybe next episode. How to be a real man on drugs. God damn, dude.
Wow.
But no, Jerry, I mean, like, to me, that whole thing goes towards walking with respect and integrity.
Yeah.
And once that's broken,
How do you?
how are you supposed to feel about that? I mean, it's not something that I'll do, so I can't comprehend, the whole cheating thing. It's
if he, well, see, this is the whole idea. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna leave the floor open for a minute, and let's welcome in the sophisticated grizzly deers. Teddy is in the house.
What's up, Chris?
What's up? But I want to make this point, and then I'm gonna drop it off to you, Van. What my point was, it had nothing to do with the cheating. It had everything to do with what I know of the man. And I say the makeup of the man should make you forgive an instance, because that's crucifying somebody for one thing that's gonna stay with them, and now that's their moniker because you did it once.
And like Rich said, if it does not repeat itself or become a pattern,
Right.
it's one instance.
Right.
But can we agree that it just shouldn't happen at all?
I can't agree with you that it shouldn't happen at all, because I am human.
Again, we all call, yeah, but we know what's right and wrong as people.
I'm with you. I
So
can
you,
agree-
I don't see how that can even be justified.
But I'm looking
I
at
can
the.
agree that it shouldn't happen at all.
It does happen, of course, but
the realistic part of life is
Yeah.
people make mistakes. We
True.
all make mistakes. Nobody's justifying making
Right.
the mistake, but to just walk a line and say, "Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It shouldn't happen."
It shouldn't.
And men make,
yeah, with good
So-
communication
so I
and
wanna-
everything. with
men
good
make mistakes.
So like I
If you
said,
don't believe
Right, but-
that,
So like I said, I've got 2 points.
Go ahead. I gotta stop.
No, you don't.
One point. I'm gonna use a friend of mine that I actually used to work with for an example. He had I'm trying to be nice about it, but there's no other way to put it. He had a trash ass girlfriend, and she was like abusive to him to the point where he would come to work scratched up, sleeping on the floor in his own house. She didn't drive. Like, she would call him up at work and be like, "Hey, you need to come home."
So it was his total
And
abuse.
change this Band-Aid on my back because I can't reach it. So when he
How
said that
big
he
was it?
went out and was like interested in somebody else, we were all like, "Dude, we know what the hell you going through. Just go ahead and get rid of that and talk to somebody else because she's not worth it. So in that case, would that almost be like considered cheating almost, because she wouldn't leave, like she would not go anywhere?
No,
yes, it is
like,
cheating.
I would say no.
Yes, it is.
I would say
he's
no.
in a committed relationship. It's cheating.
But if he's in an abusive situation, and depending if he's made his mind up not to want to deal with her anymore and end things,
and she wouldn't leave,
then he's free to do whatever.
Now wait,
she
would. See, there we go.
Wait. If he said, "Sure, I ain't fucking with you no more. I need you. We ain't together. Get the fuck out," and she won't leave,
that's not cheating.
That's on her.
He broke the fuck up with her. She just in a delusional ass relationship.
But if he was scared of the ass whipping he was gonna get,
there, right? But she would,
and
put
he
it
ain't
out
say
there that he was cheating. So there's that too. That's
She
what I
probably
was
wanted to
getting.
make him look bad.
Right.
So
That's
who
all
though,
that was.
Who can she say? Like, I don't think what. No, I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, that's a.
Well, man,
So-
this is
Have
this
you
whole-
been hurt
this
by
is
a
a hell
podcast?
of a,
Compensation. Contact us now.
this is a hell of a subject tonight, because I'm listening to what everybody's saying, and before I go any further, please excuse my tardiness. Trying to get out of this damn job, man. Oh boy, it's insane. But
it's okay.
You
guess what? You're
what's
here.
up?
Right.
You're here. Thank you.
But as far as this goes, because I mean, I will say this: cheating is always a choice, regardless of what the situation is. It's always a choice, because before you cheat, you had it in your mind that you were going to cheat. You put your clothes on to go cheat. You got to the front door to go cheat. You got to the car to go cheat. You had all of these different stops where you could have made a different decision.
Yeah, premeditation.
In the car, you drove to the person. You knew what you were going to do the whole way. You get what I'm saying? And so it's just like, for me, it's a choice, but I also understand that there's also men have primal urges where we fight against our nature, because our nature is to see girl, hit girl over head with club, take her in cave. That's just, that's the nature of most men. But
wait a minute.
The reason why things of that nature.
Which is the reason why
I don't have a cave.
Up there.
But goddamn, did he?
I mean, that's the nature. Believe it or not, if there was nothing in place, like our own morals and scruples and things of that nature, if none of that stuff existed, women would be going through hell on this planet, because most men's nature is to just conquer, is to go conquer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we fight against that nature, especially when we're in a monogamous relationship, because the nature is to go out and spread your seed and conquer. But the morality in you is to make sure that you don't harm your home, harm the person that you're with. So you make that conscious decision every single time. Whenever a moment comes up when your morality is being tested, what is it worth? Is it worth what I'm going to give up? And a lot of men, it's hard for them to make that choice, because a lot of us feel like we can get away with it. And many of us that have already gone down that road, we understand it ain't worth it. It's not even worth it.
I got a question.
I want to add something
that could be done.
But does that make you a bad man, or just made a bad decision?
He doesn't give up.
That's a bad choice. That's because you're not a bad person unless it's something that you do knowing you're hurting her and not giving a damn.
Thank you. Okay.
That makes you a bad person.
Thank you. Go ahead, John.
I give up. Never mind.
What? I'm not saying that you don't have valid points. He even said the exact same words you said. Cheating was a choice.
Well, yeah, and I do agree. He brought up really great points. I myself, I've been tested.
Yeah.
And I was in a situation where I knew point blank I could have gotten away with it. But because I had my morals and ethics, did you get it?
Mm-hmm.
It was very easy for me to look the person in the eyes and be,
can't
as much as I want to do this right now, I can't.
Yeah.
And
well,
she knew
I
why.
haven't always passed that test.
And we walked away. There was no harm, no foul.
Right.
Until my ex
I haven't
found
always
out.
passed that test.
Kick her ass, but
yeah.
I got a question.
Okay.
I got more like a scenario, right? Let's just
The
say
overnight scenario.
Let's just say
scenario.
hypothetically, right?
Scenario one.
Look, let's say hypothetically, right?
Mhm.
You at your job and shit. Y'all get a promotion or whatever, and I'm like, oh, let's all go out to happy hour. So you go out with your coworkers, right?
Yeah.
As a happy
Don't
hour.
shit where you sleep.
You shitting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you be like, oh my God, my coworker had too much to drink and shit,
Oh, no.
right? I was like, all right, cool. We're gonna split the Uber. We get in the Uber and shit. Boom. You walking into the door and shit. And then she got this rug, right?
Why does it sound like an actual scenario?
And you slip, and when you was falling back, it's like your pants just happened to fall off.
Damn, I hate when that happens.
Yeah, and then she tried to catch you, but her skirt just happened to come up, like, and she literally slipped and fall on your dick. That's a mistake.
I've never experienced this type of accident before.
Hey, Rich, unless both of y'all are wearing belt, unless both of y'all are wearing Velcro tearaway clothing, that's the bullshit.
But okay, but
do that make you a bad person?
Yeah, but see, the whole idea
She's trying
is
to
that,
keep you safe.
and what
She provided first aid.
the point I was trying to make, and why I was saying that is because men are judged so harshly for the decisions they make, and we cannot outlive what people think that we are.
Right.
Whereas women can actually get rid of it just by not doing what they did again.
Right.
We're just changing their name.
That's true.
Women you're more, you were in a relationship that just was going nowhere. Well, what if I was in that same relationship?
Right.
Oh, he just wasn't showing you the attention. We understand.
Yeah.
Amber Rose.
I mean, a lot of times the ideals of a perfect man are way higher set than the perfect woman, because I wasn't looking for a virgin. I wasn't looking for a rich girl. I wasn't looking for someone who could take care of me. I wasn't looking for anything except for love.
Bro.
And then someone that I could communicate with. Of course, the sex had to be good. You know, these things happen over time. You don't just fall into bed on the first date with your, I mean, some people can.
Bad idea.
But I wouldn't.
That pussy got me like.
No, let's call it what it is. Women don't have to do much. They really don't have to do much but show up at the right moment.
Men are not always a little, I guess.
Most men are receptive. Believe it or not, we already know most guys. Let's call it what it is, bro. Most guys will fuck a porch, and so most people just gotta show up. If they show up, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And so the thing about it is it's not as women don't have to work as hard. They may have to work hard for the kind of guy that they're looking for, which is that high value, this, that, and the third. The problem with that is you get that guy, he has options. So you're not his choice, you're just his option. Whereas the other guy you may be his choice. The problem with that is you might not be her choice. You just what she settled for because she couldn't get that other guy. So the shit is it's a hell of a balancing game. It's basically a dance that a lot of us don't do well. You know what I mean? And as far as with the cheating, I don't know if you guys can agree with this. It's harder for a man to get over a woman cheating because of the fact that we in our minds, in many of our minds, not all of us, but in many of our minds, we believe that because of what we had to, if we're in a relationship, what we had to go through to get to her that way, because she had to feel something for us. We're automatically thinking if she cheat on us, she felt something for that person she cheated with. And so that's one of the reasons why it bothers us a little bit more. Huh?
Remember the movie The Best Man where he was saying his vows?
Right. If she cheat on you, she definitely felt something from the person she was with.
Right. Yeah.
Wait a minute. So women can't just want a physical interaction and leave it alone?
I think they can.
I just say you
Because men can.
Yeah,
I think they can. I believe they do. It's easier for them to do it when they're single, but not as easy to do it when they're in a relationship. Because for the most part, when they step out on a relationship, the relationship they're in has some bit of tumultuous nature to it. So something's going wrong in the relationship for them to kind of do that shit.
Right.
And just my opinion. I'm not a female, so I can't speak for one.
I don't know. I mean, we got quite a few ladies in the peanut gallery. I mean, we always use, and Grizzly brought it up. You know, men are the conquerors, and we fight our primal urges, and we try
live in caves.
Bop a woman upside the head, live in the cave. But women have primal urges,
right?
God damn, that's the truth.
Because that pussy pink and that booty hole brown.
Well,
that's thotty urges. That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's dottism. We're not. I'm talking about.
I can actually chime in on this one too.
Go ahead. I gotta get me a new cup.
Because I actually help people like work on houses and fix electrical things and stuff like that. I have a tendency to run into couples, and sometimes they're not so happy. And I'm there to fix something that he can't. So in those situations,
you're talking about electrical problems, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in those situations,
just wanted to clarify.
I'll give you two good examples. I go to this one gentleman's house. I'll leave his name out of it. I'll actually leave her name out of it too. And I originally did work for her. Just some lights, changing this out, putting in some smart switches.
Right.
All good. Something happened to the dishwasher. He called me out that time. Was looking at the dishwasher, figured out that a motor had went bad on it. It was cheaper just to replace the unit. Got a new dishwasher put in. And then I'm noticing that when she would book me for a job, she would immediately pay her invoice, immediately. When it came time for him to pay his invoice for stuff that he needed done, it was always an issue.
So she made the issue?
No.
Or what? Sorry.
So when I would send out invoices, if she booked me for a job to do something, she would always pay her invoice immediately.
Right.
When he would ask me to come out and do some stuff for him, it was always an issue on him paying his invoice.
Okay, gotcha.
So I would have to call her to actually get him to pay the invoice. And then a couple of times, it kind of got real strange. She would call me up sometimes and she was like, hey, my cousin's getting married. Will you come do the photography stuff for me? Sure, no problem. Gave me cash when I showed up. The photos weren't even done yet. Just here, this is for you. Okay, cool. Then it was, are you staying for dinner? Huh?
Hey, yo, time out. I'm convinced, Van, you ain't no fucking electrician. You are a gigolo.
No.
Did anybody hear
the electricity
he was saying?
No.
He was like, when her dishwasher
seriously.
work.
And it's happened a lot of times. I've got witnesses to this. Another one of my clients out in Bethesda.
The undercover electrician.
Single lady by herself. Did her landscape lighting.
Your electrician drive out.
Right. Did her landscape lighting for her. Okay. She's like, okay, I know this is going to take a little while. I'm running out to get coffee. You want coffee? Sure. I'll take some coffee. No problem. You want me to leave the music on while I'm out? Whatever. So and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure. Okay. Throw some music on. As she's pulling out the driveway, little Italian lady, probably in her mid-40s. Fucking Teddy Pendergrass comes on. I'm looking around like, wait a minute, hold on.
Hey, yo.
What is about to happen here?
You know what's about to happen.
Y'all,
Wait a minute.
They've been lying to us, man.
So sometimes you get into those weird situations where you kind of like almost have to back yourself out of it. And it's like, no, not doing that. Like,
and then you're talking about stuff that you've experienced on the job, right?
Y'all not hear what he's saying?
I mean, is there any way to like?
Hey, Rich, why does this sound like porn?
And work only.
It sound like porn.
Oh yeah,
Van is a gigolo.
Oh yeah, about I'm gonna say about 12.
Because I mean, if you need to up your charges, I'm just saying, you know.
No, about
You're
12
gonna
or
provide
13
special
years
services.
ago, I went to this lady's house to do some work and knocked on the door, and she actually hollered out the window, "Just come on in." And I'm like, "No, you got to open up the door. I don't know what's going on. You got to come up here and open up this door." So she's like, "No, it's okay. You can come on in."
It's like, nope, I'll be right here.
So I was like, "All right." So I kind of opened up the door and was like, "Hey, where are you?" And she was like, I'm down in the basement of the house." I was like, "All right." So I kind of tiptoe down the stairs
because he knew,
and she's stretched out on this fucking futon up underneath of a blanket.
Yep.
And I'm like, "Nope." I went right back up the steps and called my job and was like, "I'm out. I'm not fixing nothing. We ain't got a problem."
If you ever walk into a job van and you start hearing, "You'll never find," get the fuck out of there.
Right.
Just
Just go ahead and bounce immediately. Yes, sir.
No, I got nothing but respect for that, man.
He's like, "No, can't do it. Can't
Get that
do it."
money, Joe.
And a lot of my friends know that's not me. Because my mentality,
Christy, he better not be.
it's too much. And I've said this to a bunch of my friends. It's too much to think about when you're messing around with like multiple people.
Right.
It's
And
like
I got time for that shit.
you got to remember which one doesn't like tomatoes on their sandwich. You know, who's allergic to wheat bread? If somebody got a gluten allergy, Valentine's Day just got expensive because you got to double up on everything.
Who got
and you about to
herpes
gain 20 pounds.
If you gotta think about all of that, you ain't. Hey Van, if you gotta think about all that, you ain't pimping right. I'm gonna be real with you because honestly, there was a time when I was a little bit.
No, that's
There
not
was a
how
time when I was, outside. You know what I mean? And I ain't think about none of that shit. I'm gonna be real with you because I ain't give a fuck about none of it because you were here for a purpose.
Well,
yeah, that's
All right.
not
anything but the purpose.
That's a lot.
Let me read this comment. Women can have urges also, yes. However, if you're a good woman, your urge should be to support your man, be there for him in good times and bad, satisfy his needs, and when and if there are issues between the two individuals, you discuss them and work through them. Yeah.
It is.
Yep.
And that's the same way a man should handle his business.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not always going to be happily married, but that doesn't mean that you go out and do shit. Sometimes you have to learn how to be unhappily married,
right,
in order to get back to be happily married.
Yeah. How my mother used to say it, you mad, you better scratch your ass and get glad.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
So-
man, honestly, because I've made those bad choices. I made those bad decisions. And I will never sit up here and say, you know how sometimes people will say I made a mistake. You didn't make a mistake, you made a bad choice because you were aware of what you were doing. So it wasn't a mistake, it was a bad choice.
Unless you slip on the rug and then
that was a staged accident.
First of all, hey Rich, the first thing I want to know is why was you already hard? What's happening here? Like you just walk that way.
There could have been a free guys in it.
Wow.
Like I might be scared to hit the ground and say, "Oh no!"
And all the blood rushes to your head. Oh, that's not how bodies.
Because that's what I always think of when I'm falling. I mean, that's what I do. Yeah. That's
she hops on you like, "Oh my god, what happened?"
I'm so sorry.
I'm really trying to do this shit, but
listen, I ain't really trying to do this, but Let me hit him with a little bit of remix.
That's not a gummy bear. That was a blue chew.
Rewind.
Oh, not the blue chew. Oh,
well, I mean, I really want to thank everybody for this amazing conversation, man. It was really good. I mean, I know that I'm around a lot of great men who know how to be real men. So I often, you know me, I've got to keep poking the bear. I'm doing it for
Can
a
I
reason.
poke the bear for a minute?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Just as a reminder as to what we were talking about earlier, take care of your mental health. There's absolutely no shame in admitting that you have a problem.
Yep.
Right.
Always take care of your brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And Wu-Tang is for the children.
Oh,
there it is.
Oh,
But
what's wrong with Wu-Tang?
But before we get out of
Wu-Tang,
here,
man.
you know we got to bring Grizz up, our resident sommelier. But we want to make sure that he gives you the Grizz rundown so we know where to find him on Wednesday nights.
So every single Wednesday night, you will find us on YouTube, on X, and on Twitch, the Sophisticated Grizzly at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time, or wherever the hell you live at, you'll find out the time. But you know, we get into all kinds of shit, we talk all kinds of shit, and sometimes we get in trouble, and most of the time we don't give a shit if we get in trouble. You just deal with it how you need to deal with it. And also, right now, out there on YouTube, I have a brand new Teddy file. It's called One of Those Ones. So you have one of those fragrances that you consider that one fragrances that you will continue to wear. I rate all of the fragrances in my collection to figure out it's going to be one of those ones. Is it something that I can either kind of live with or live without? Or is it something that's going to gather dust until one day I just happen to be cleaning off the shelves and see it? And so that's what I'm getting into now, trying to put those reviews out as well. But make sure you come check out the Sophisticated Grizzly, 8:15 every Wednesday. And oh, by the way, fellas, if you get an opportunity to get to your nearest Burlington, because they have these right here.
Oh, to me.
Unwind.
And guess what? They're only $30, man.
Wow.
Chili usually goes for about $85 to $150. These are $30 right now at Burlington.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and this one right here is a banger. Now, is it one of those ones? Wait for one of my reviews.
What's the profile?
Whoop.
Oh,
damn. Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, I've done that too.
So what's the profile? The scent profile on that?
The scent
Which
profile on this one, I would
Unwind.
say this is a multi-season fragrance. I would say it has a lot of ginger. There's a lot of ginger. There's a lot of geranium. There's just
floral.
a little bit of cinnamon I can pick up in the background, but it's it's a winter freshie. So you could actually wear this as a fresh fragrance that's pretty good for the wintertime. And it's an evening fragrance. That's why it's called Unwind.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
And as always, we like to thank y'all for spending a little time here with the Grown Man Clique.
Appreciate
That's right.
y'all.
We are getting ready to get out
Be a
of here.
real man and take care of your mental health.
And as we say every evening when we depart, do good. Or if you do bad, do really bad so they know that you meant it.
That's what she said.
Be good or be good at it.